Hey everyone, this is the Diem from Orbea. It's an urban focused e-bike which is a cut above the majority of the competition. It's got some really interesting features, but do these justify the price tag? Let's dive into it and see what makes this stand out from the crowd. I'll start by dealing with the obvious, the frame design. It is cool, pretty modern, space age, not your typical bike design, absolutely, but I think it looks great. Now its hydro alloy frame gives really smooth finish around all the joints, but it's also, unlike pretty much every other bike of this type, it comes with a full carbon fork. Now this monster weight saver for this bike category, especially if you're comparing it with something similar but with a suspension fork. But the carbon fork also helps with compliance and handling. Now this design shape, Orbea call it the diamond glide. It's based around these two diamond-ish shapes around here. This gives the frame a bit of flex vertically, helping to absorb some of the bumps in the road. Frame comes with a lifetime warranty and is the basis for this multi-award winning machine. So let's go on to the electrics, which is where the bike starts to become really special. All the Orbea Diems come in the range come with Shimano EP600 motor, which is versatile, reliable, pushing out 85 newton meters of torque. It has the EN600 switch and a 540 watt hour battery. A 630 upgrade is available on the 30, which is 145 pounds, or the DM10 and 20 come with a 630 battery as standard. The whole e-bike system will talk to the Shimano eTube apps on your phone via Bluetooth, so you can tune the assistance levels how you like, update the firmware and even record your rides via it. It's a great bit of kit. 540 watt hours with a bike this weight is already really good, but you can also add a 250 watt hour range extender if you really wanted to push the range. Now, Orbea claim that most people will only need to charge their DM once a week, but take that with a massive pinch of salt, as we all know this is a lot of variables. A big lump like me riding it in the mountains of North Wales will need to charge it far more than a petite rider commuting on the flats of Cambridge. The switch is really neat and tidy with 3 power modes indicated by a colour on the bottom light. It's a small button to control the rear lights. It also uses a switch to engage walk assist. The DM30 comes with 9-speed Shimano cues with an 11 to 36 cassette, which is great range, and superb option that shows Orbea's attention to detail with the bike. Cues has been designed by Shimano to take into account the added demands on e-bike drivetrains. So although there are cheaper options off the shelf, the Cues system should be a money saver in the long run, as you shouldn't have to replace worn out components as quickly. For even more longevity and hassle-free ownership, the DM20, the model above this, has internal hub gears and a belt drive. This ups the price a bit at the start, but means very little maintenance as time goes on. Now, the DM10 also has belt drive, but that's got Enviolo automatic shifting hub. Now, that is an all bells and whistles option, but beware. In our experience, the Enviolo hubs are a bit of a nightmare to work on when things go wrong, and the warranty's only 2 years. So they're really cool, but they can be expensive if they need replacing. Brakes are nothing particularly exciting. They are Shimano hydraulic disc brake throughout the range, and they provide ample stopping power for the intended use. There's nothing really to talk about there. The wheels, again, aren't anything particularly exciting, but you wouldn't expect that on a bike like this. They're alloy, they are tubeless ready, but some more thought has gone into the tyre choice, as the Vittoria E Randonna are 50mm, which is a great size for commuting on, and they're e-bike specific. So designed with a strip down the middle of the tyre to add a bit of puncture protection and prolong the life of the tyres. They also have good water channeling tread and a reflective strip all the way around the outside of the wall. Now let's move on to the little extra bits that help this bike stand out from the rest. What small aspects make this just that much better than the other bikes out there? Central kickstand, small detail but worth noting, is by placing it in the centre of the bike. It's a little bit more stable and it's designed into the curvature of the frame. It's really well finished. It has solid metal mud guards with really strong support struts which at the back incorporate this mixed pannier rack. But we aren't done there. The lights are integrated into the bike and run off the main bike battery. The rear light sits neatly into the rear mudguard and is controlled by the light switch on the main switch on the handlebars. The rear light is reactive and brightens when you brake to make it more obvious to other road users, and it wraps around the side of the mudguard a little bit as well. At the front we've got two different lights, a day-night light which is wrapped around the front here on the top of the frame. It gives visibility from all around as well as head on. And then neatly built into the front of the handlebar is an actual headlight. And the lights can either be on all the time, off, or even better, you can set them so they automatically come on when the light drops. That's just brilliant and neat. The front lights are controlled by a neat button along the side of the front light. It's just all hidden away and looks great. And to finish, let's stay here at the headset. Not only are the cables neatly routed through the headset, keeping the look neat and reducing the obstruction from the lights, but there's also a turn stop designed into the frame, which stops the bars from rotating too far, which makes it easier to load and unload the bike. You can fit an optional front rack. And then the final bit of detail up here at the front is just under here. At the front is a USB-C charging port, so you can charge your phone from the bike's battery, which is really neat, especially if you use the built-in SP connector to hold your phone. All you need is a case that matches. The final little bit I should mention is that somewhere hidden on this frame, but I'm not going to tell you where, is a place to hide an Apple AirTag, so you can track your bike if it ever gets pinched. The bike is feature packed. It's won so many design awards, and rightly so. It's got all the creature comforts that make it a really standout bike, but don't focus on these. As at its heart, it's a powerful, light, well-built electric bike that is a pleasure to ride. Now, there isn't really anything out there that vaguely compares, as far as I'm aware. Happy to be told otherwise. It's a great bike, and I thoroughly recommend it.